Breaking this morning, they were accused of trying to overturn the 2020 election results in President Trump's favor, and now he is rewarding them. Rudy Giuliani, Sidney Powell, and Mark Meadows among the Trump allies receiving pardons overnight. The Justice Department says a total of 77 people received, quote, full, complete, and unconditional pardons. Notably, the proclamation does not apply to the president himself. CNN's Kevin Liptak is at the White House for us. Kevin, what are you hearing about these pardons?
Yeah, and it's quite a lengthy list. A lot of the names are going to be familiar to anyone who's been following this saga over the last 5 years or so. I think it's important to note that none of the names on the list have actually been charged with a federal crime. And so in a lot of ways that this is sort of symbolic, but it does underscore President Trump's work to try and rewrite the history of the 2020 election. Now, I did just get a statement from Caroline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, who says that these great Americans were persecuted and put through hell by the Biden administration for challenging an election, which is the cornerstone of democracy. She goes on to say, getting prosecuted for challenging results is something that happens in communist Venezuela, not the United States of America, and President Trump is putting an end to the Biden regime's communist tactics once and for all. So quite a wordy statement there. Just to tick through some of the names that are included on the list: Rudy Giuliani, of course, the former New York City mayor, who helped lead the effort to pressure states to reject Biden's victories. You also have Sidney Powell, a conservative attorney who worked closely with Giuliani; Mark Meadows, who is President Trump's chief of staff at the time; Jenna Ellis, another lawyer who worked with Giuliani; Boris Epstein, who's a longtime Trump advisor. You have the names John Eastman and Ken Cheeseborough, who were attorneys who helped devise the strategy to pressure Mike Pence to overturn the election. And you also have Burt Jones, who's the lieutenant governor of Georgia and who was a fake elector after the 2020 election. And so while none of these names have been charged with federal crimes, many of them have been charged in individual states, and it doesn't appear as if this pardon is going to do anything, for example, with Rudy Giuliani and the pretty significant legal and financial challenges that he faces, including from those two Georgia election workers who received a $148 million defamation judgment against Giuliani. And it does include also this sweeping reference to all U.S. citizens who conducted advice creation organization for a proposed slate of presidential electors, as well as saying that this will pardon any citizen for, quote, conduct relating to their efforts to expose voting fraud. Sarah.
All right, Kevin Liptak, thank you so much, making the point there that this does not impact those who are facing charges in state courts at this point in time. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Ahead.
Been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.